had a feeling you'd come back and save me.
Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 Werewolves speed build. So today we're actually going to be building yet another build in the new world of Moonwood Mill that came with the new Werewolves game pack that we just got this week. So this build is actually going to be another smaller build. I haven't really done any big builds with the pack yet. But yeah, this build is a little bit different from our last one because it's it's kind of like in a totally different style. It's a lot more, I guess, modern and industrial than the cottage build that I did earlier in the week. So if you haven't seen that build yet, I will leave it linked on the screen and probably in the description, all of that stuff as well. Along with my playlist with all of my like werewolves videos in one place. But yeah, so this build is going to be a shipping container shack type thing. So you'll see that I'm going to be a little bit like, I don't know, like, what's the word? Indecisive with a lot of like the exterior for this build, especially the roofing. It took me quite a while to kind of figure out what I wanted to do with the roofing. And yeah, originally I wanted to go for a like modern, I guess kind of almost like a modern cabin look type thing. So I was going to go for all wood panel walls and then this, you know, this corrugated metal roofing with a lot of, you know, the modern extension bits like with like what I have with those windows and everything. But at the end of the day, I decided to go for a kind of like updated shack type thing. So the middle bit, the middle like longer bit of the house, like the main area, is going to be like those new wooden like panels that we got, or I think, yeah, it's not shingles, it's panels. Yeah, so it's like wooden paneling that we got with the pack, and it definitely looks a little bit older, a little bit more worn. So kind of like the shack part or like the building part has been here for quite a while, and then whoever lives here actually decided to add on the container bits. So we have a little small container kind of like extension on the left hand side that ends up being the bathroom, and then a bigger container extension on the right hand side which ends up being the bedroom. So yeah, it's kind of like, it's a small house, it's still a small house. I didn't turn it into like a tiny house like with the tiny what was it, tiny living or whatever, you know, the tiny home pack thing. I can't remember its name right now. But yeah, I didn't turn it into an actual tiny house. I don't even know if it would classify as a tiny house because I used a lot of platforms. So I used like platforms for the roofing and all of that stuff. So yeah, usually when you do that, then, you know, the tile count is a little bit too high to actually work as a tiny home. But it's still a tiny house. It's still a small house. It's only 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. And yeah, the bedroom is actually quite big. There's actually a, you know, double bed, a dresser, obviously. But I also put a like desk in the bedroom because there wasn't really space for it in the living room. So I ended up putting the desk slash, you know, office area in the bedroom. But yeah, the main living area actually has just the living room, a kitchen. There's no formal dining room or anything like that. There's actually just a couple of bar stools and like bar seating. But the kitchen is also quite a nice size. It's quite, you know, functional, and there's plenty of counter space and all of that stuff. And then obviously we just have the little small bathroom. The bathroom actually doesn't have a tub in it. It's just a shower. But I figured that would be fine since I didn't think the Sims that live here would have like kids or anything like that. They wouldn't have like toddlers that you need to bathe or anything. And I didn't like equip the house for pet stuff. So I didn't put any like pet bowls or anything like that in here either. Obviously you could easily add just some pet food bowls and, you know, maybe a litter box if you want a cat or something. But yeah, it's really easy to add that stuff in. But yeah, so I figured that this house would again be for a werewolf because just assume that every build that I do for, you know, that I do with like this pack in mind in particular, just assume that all of the builds are for werewolves because it's new. They're new and I like them, and I'm probably just going to build with all of them in mind for like the foreseeable future, unless I specifically mention that the build is for a regular sim or another occult. Just assume that it's for werewolves. But yeah, so another werewolf sim obviously. But yeah, these sims, or like this sim that lives here, I only figured, you know, they would have like 1 sim. Maybe a couple, because, you know, obviously there's a double bed and both sides of the bed, you know, function. So you could have a couple living here if you wanted to. But I figured that the sim that lives here is a very like outgoing sim, so there's a lot of like entertaining things around. There's, you know, a big living room space. There's the outdoor space as well. So the outdoor space actually has the new bonfire that we got. I also included a bar, a grill. I actually included a keg as well from Discover University, and then there's a big dining table outside, so they can definitely like have like big meals outside. I also actually ended up putting the, not kids room stuff, what's the pack, the tiny campers, was it tiny campers or little campers, I don't know, the new camper kit that we got for kids. I actually ended up putting the outdoor blanket, that, you know, the rug blanket. I actually ended up putting that on the grass in the front of the house, and putting a bunch of like, you know, seats on it and some pillows and stuff like that. I also ended up putting a like little cooler box outside on the blanket as well, and some books and stuff, so kind of to make it look like, you know, the sim that lives here has been, you know, sitting outside or laying outside on the blanket in the sun and reading or writing or whatever. And yeah, it just, I wanted to make it look like whoever lives here spends a lot of time outside, and they spend a lot of time, you know, with people, so like socializing, you know, all of that stuff. And they're also not the neatest sims, so the house isn't dirty. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit, it's not dirty, but like it's a little bit run down. I did use a lot of the decals, like floor decals and wall decals from both the Werewolves pack and from the Vampires pack, to put a lot of like cracks and holes and, you know, chips and all of that stuff in the walls and in the floor. And I had a lot of fun with that. I went a little bit overboard, just a tiny bit. And then I also put a couple of the water stains that came with Strangerville, so like the floor water stains. I put one of them in the kitchen and then another one in the bathroom as well. But yeah, so it's not a super like well maintained would be the word. Yeah, it's not a super well maintained house, because I did figure that it is a little bit older, and, you know, whoever lives here is a werewolf, so there are a couple of places in the walls and stuff that, you know, it kind of looks like they got angry and punched a hole in the wall or in the floor or whatever. So like I said, I did go a little bit overboard with that. But whoever lives here, I figured they would like spending time with people, so there's a ton of entertaining space, and they're not the neatest, like I said. So the house isn't super like well maintained. It is a little bit older, you know, a little bit, no, it's seen some wear and tear basically. But also I put a couple of like bottles and those juice fizzing bottles and stuff that we got with Eco Lifestyle. So you'll see me put a couple of those bottles and like cans and, you know, just stuff like that all around the house, like by the bed in the bedroom, like by the nightstands, in the living room on the coffee table, like on the end tables in the living room, stuff like that. I put a couple of those like fizzing bottles, but the like juice bottles, and a couple of like soda cans and all of that stuff. I put a bunch of those around the house just to make it look a little bit more like, you know, they're not dirty, but they're not super neat. They don't immediately go and like put something away when they've used it, or, you know, take everything and throw everything away once they've used it, or stuff like that. Also, I did put a couple of dog treats on the counter in the like kitchen. I put those dog treats that came with cats and dogs. I put them on the kitchen counter, even though I didn't think that the sim that lives here would have a pet. I figured they're a werewolf, so dog treats, because yeah, it's it's something that I saw them and I thought, you know what, that would be kind of funny to have dog treats in a werewolf house. So yeah, we have that. And then also I put a couple of those pots and pans from, I believe they're from like Outdoor Retreat, I think. The decorative pots and pans, I put those in the sink, and they should work. The sink should still work, because I don't think they'll like obstruct the sink or anything like that. But if you play in this house and you notice that the sink in the living room, not in the living room, in the kitchen doesn't work, then just delete those pots and pans. I mean, they're like purely decorative, they don't serve a purpose, so if they're in the way, then just delete them. And then yeah, the living room just has a couch, a chair, a TV, and I actually ended up using this shelving unit from Eco Lifestyle as well, because it really fit in with the whole like almost industrial look. And I actually ended up using the new streamer trunks that we got with the pack. They're actually dressers. So yeah, those trunks that I'm using as a coffee table, they're actually dressers, but I sized it down once and it actually made the perfect coffee table. I really like the way that looks. I considered using it for like a TV stand at the beginning, but it ended up going for a wall-mounted TV instead. And then I also use those streamer trunks in the bedroom as well because, yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with them. And probably every build that I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable future will have those streamer trunks, you know, somewhere in the build, whether I use them as coffee tables or an end table or like a hallway table or actually a dresser. I'll probably be using it in like every build. But yeah, in the bedroom, I actually use it as a dresser and then put another TV on top of it. So yeah, whoever lives here, even though their house isn't super like well maintained, and there's definitely a couple of older pieces of furniture, like, you know, the couch, the like armchair that they have in the living room that kind of looks like a recliner, you know, a lot of the rugs and stuff, they all look a little bit older and a little bit more worn and, you know, like they've had them for a while. But they do have a couple of very nice TVs and a laptop, so they spend money on like electronics, I guess I could say. In my head, it would definitely be a younger werewolf that lives here. I don't think, you know, like an elder would live here. Definitely like a young adult or something. And yeah, also just because I thought they would like having people over and all of that stuff. So yeah, I figured, you know, things like that, you know, they have a really nice, you know, kitchen appliances as well. So yeah, that's just something that was running through my head when I was building this. But I should probably also mention that this build turned out to be around 55-ish thousand simoleons. So it's actually not really expensive. I actually thought it would be way more expensive than it was. But when I was looking at it on the gallery, it actually turned out to only be like 55,000. So yeah, probably because I used a lot of debug items. I used a lot of eco lifestyle as well, so a lot of eco lifestyle furniture, clutter, decorations, all of that stuff, and then just a lot of, you know, more rundown and older looking items that tend to be a lot less expensive than most of the other items that we have in the game. So yeah, it's not a super expensive house. It's only 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and it's on the same 20 by 15 lot that I did my cottage build on. It's the only 20 by 15 lot in the world. So you'll probably see me building on it quite a lot because I don't tend to do builds on like super big lots. I usually tend to prefer sticking to, you know, like 20 by 15, 30 by 20, maybe 40 by 30, or, you know, especially if I'm doing like family home or something. But yeah, I haven't really done any big builds with the pack yet, so that's why I haven't built on any of the other lots, because all of the other lots are like, I think there's two 40 by 30 lots, and then there's a 30 by 30 lot and a 50 by 40 lot. So all of the other lots in the world are like super big and not really something that you want to build a tiny house on. So yeah, I've kind of tried to stick to smaller builds so far because I don't really want to spend 3 days working on a build when I want to upload quite a few of them. So yeah, it's been a busy couple of days, let's just put it that way. But yeah, so this build will be going up on Friday, and then I'm hoping to get another build up on Sunday as well. So yeah, hopefully that build will be a bigger one. I have something in mind that I want to do, and yeah, hopefully that will be a bigger one. And then I probably won't upload again until Wednesday, just to give myself a couple of days to like recuperate, because like I said, the last couple of days, like from Tuesday this week, has been absolutely insane. And I've barely slept, and it's been a lot. So I want to take a couple of days to just not necessarily chill, but just work a little bit slower and maybe do some bigger builds and all of that stuff. So yeah, the next video will be on Sunday, and then I probably won't have another one until Wednesday. But speaking of another video, so I wanted to mention this in this one because it's actually going to be closing on Monday. But I won't have another video up on Monday, but I'll announce it, you know, on the community tab, all of that stuff. But what I wanted to mention is that I'm actually going to be hosting a giveaway from today. So it starts, you know, when this video goes up. and it will be ending on 10 a.m. Pacific time on Monday the 20th. Yeah, Monday is the 20th. So at 10 a.m. Pacific time is when this video will close on Monday. Not video, the giveaway will close on Monday. But I'm actually going to be giving away a PC and Mac code for The Sims 4 Werewolves, so for this pack. If you have the base game and if you play on PC or Mac, then you can enter this giveaway. But the way I'm actually going to be doing it is through the website Gleam. Now, this link, the giveaway link, will be the first link at the top of the description if you want to go ahead and enter. I'll also pin a comment to the comment section with the giveaway link as well, where you can go ahead and enter. But it's a super trustworthy website. I've used it a ton in the past. It makes doing giveaways so easy because, you know, you can see everyone who enters. People can actually enter in a multiple different ways. So it's not just, you know, one entry per person. There's, I think, like 8 ways that you can enter. And, you know, obviously the more you enter, the more chances you have. And then once the giveaway closes, the website will actually select a random winner for you. So it's super easy to pick a winner, and it's totally randomized and all of that stuff. And I'll contact you through, you know, whichever method you used to enter. So I'll contact you. I believe I set it up so that it will be either YouTube. So like, yeah, no, not YouTube. I will contact you either through Twitter or I believe like email. Yeah, Twitter or email or Facebook, I think is what I set up. But I'll have a look at it. But anyway, I'll contact you, you know, through whatever method you used to, you know, join the giveaway. But yeah, it's super easy, super trustworthy, and yeah, it's just, it makes doing giveaways really easy and painless basically for, you know, the creator. So I don't have to like enter anyone's names manually or anything like that. It's just super easy and randomized and very easy to use as well if you're like watching and you want to enter, because yeah, I've entered a couple of them, you know, myself as well. So I know how the website works. But yeah, it's super easy to enter. So yeah, definitely go ahead and do that. If you check out, like I said, the first link in the description, and I'll also leave it linked in the pinned comment as well. And the giveaway will end at Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So yeah, just keep that in mind. That's like, I think 1 p.m. Eastern time. And I don't know what that is in any other time zones. I can't think of the other ones off the top of my head. But yeah, also I do just want to say thank you to the Creator Network for giving me an extra code so that I could give it away to you guys. And yeah, once the winner has been chosen and they've been contacted and they, you know, have answered me and, you know, I've given them their code, I will pin a comment to the comment section and let everyone know that, you know, the winner has been chosen, the giveaway is over, all of that stuff. And I'll also update the description to reflect that as well, so you guys know, you know, everyone, you know, the person has won, they've gotten their code, all of that stuff. But yeah, so I hope you guys are excited for that. I always love doing giveaways when new packs come out, and I'm really thankful to the Creator Network for like making that possible, for, you know, usually giving me at least one like free code that I can give away to everyone, because yeah, I know not everyone can afford to buy every new pack as it comes out. So yeah, being able to do a giveaway is something that I like doing for you guys. But yeah, so that's basically the whole giveaway thing. And yeah, if you've gotten this far in the video, definitely let me know in the comments because I don't know how many people can sit through like 20 minutes of me rambling about something. But yeah, I always like rambling voiceovers. I always like listening to them whenever I'm watching speed builds. So I personally, I prefer when people, you know, talk about the build in their voiceovers, but I also like hearing them just go off topic and talk about anything and everything, because a lot of the times I'll put speed builds on like in the background or like on my second monitor, and I'll listen to the person talking more than I'll actually like watch the build, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's just me though. But you'll also notice that I actually forgot to mention this, but I actually put the tunnel entrance at the side of the house. So that box thing that almost looks like an elevator, that's actually a tunnel entrance, and your Sims can use that to access the secret underground tunnel network that's in Moonwood Valley. Not Moonwood Valley, what am I saying? Moonwood Mill. Wow. Okay. So yeah, the secret tunnel, like underground tunnel system that's in Moonwood Mill, your Sims can actually use that tunnel entrance to access those tunnels. So that's just something fun that I thought could be useful for like gameplay and all of that stuff. But yeah, I think that's everything that I wanted to tell you guys. If you want to download this build, it will be up on the gallery. I'll have all of the download information and a download link in the description as well. But if you like this video, give it a like. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But I hope you're all having a great day and a great week, and that you're looking forward to more Sims 4 werewolf videos, and I'll talk to you on my very next video. Bye everyone!
Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around someone? 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like it burns. So give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorry's won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Ooh, who needs a job to pay the rent is busy. Gotta feel free sometimes, right? What doesn't make you will only make you stronger if you believe what they say.